Okay, guys, welcome to the final match of the Season 2 Minor League Championship Minor Leagues. So we have Team Footwork versus Team Offline, and 30 seconds till the match starts. Footwork are all in at 50, so the maximum range, and Offline are very spread out actually, with their Griffin at 50. The Logistics at 30, as well the Corsa at 20, and then the two big ships up front. So looks like they're going to be relying on their heavy armor ships as their tacklers, solely.
Yep, and the match is about to start. 3, 2, 1, and go. As you can see, the Footwork team all came in at 50. Apologies for that. So they are playing at a very conservative range. Let's see what's the immediate primary.
Yeah, we see the armor burst there going off from the offline scene as their Prophecy and their Hyperion move rapidly towards Team Footwork, who have launched a bunch of shield maintenance bots that seem to be going towards their scythe. The scythe pulling away. The scythe's not too stressed in this situation. The weakness, I think, of the offline setup is that they're all very short-range ships, barring potentially some sentries from the Prophecy. Footwork have got a lot of room here to play with, so as long as they can keep it together and not get too stressed about the flying, they should be able to position themselves perfectly against offline.
Yeah, it looks like the Hyperion's trying to take pot shots at the slasher, which is about 40k away, and it's not having much luck as you would expect. The Hyperion is getting a real pounding from the. But I'm having a look. The Typhoon, the Ferox seem like they're focusing on the Hyperion, and the Tower looks like it's trying to drop the Coercer. But they're being kept up handily by the Logistics for the time being. Although saying that, the Hyperion is half armored surprisingly quickly, I would say.
The Hyperion's taking a ton of punishment from these cruise missile volleys provided by the Ferox.
So the site is at 119 kilometers from the arena center, or 20 kilometers from the arena center. So that site is very close to the boundary. So the Ferox, we could see a double boundary ring in a second.
I'm seeing the side right up the edge of the boundary now. 122 kilometers. She has to brake hard, which she has done. She's turning back in. Yeah, the towers has gone back over the boundary. They say despite having a lot of freedom to move, they have kind of ended up in one little group against the back of the arena, which seems to be a little bit of an error here. Victor and the Typhoon here looks like he's tackled by the Prophecy, which is really bad news. This looks like it's complete collapse for Team Footwork. They've kind of started off at a very relaxed pace, and then it looks like Offline have just caught them off guard by just charging straight into them. They're Victor there in Typhoon taking tons of damage, and it does not have a big tank, this Typhoon. It's a shield buffer with not a huge amount of buffer, and the scythe pointed at it now. I don't think it's going to be able to keep it alive, and the blaster reps we'll see certainly.
It's important to note the Typhoon isn't actually tackled, he's pulling range again, so he is not full hard tackle. The Ferox is hard tackled, and he's got the Hyperion and the Prophecy right on top of him. So that Ferox is going to be we're going to have to focus on that Ferox, see whether or not he'll be able to tank. Doesn't look like it, to be honest. He's going down to a third shield and dropping quickly.
He's down to the third shield, yeah, and he's going down really hard. Curiously for me, this Typhoon does not seem to be making a break for it. He's kind of really quite still in there in the action. I'm not sure where that is. I guess maybe
he's doubling back. You see, he's now he's seen what happened to his friendly tower and has decided he does not want to boundary, which is a smart move. It's a winning mentality, one would say. And he's now made a break for the center of the arena. It looks like he could go for the Augur. I need to double check what fittings the Typhoon has in its mids, but it's going to be really hard. That Typhoon is the real DPS ship, only DPS ship alive, and I think that he's going to struggle to kill anything unless we can drop the Augur with those remote reps.
He's definitely going to struggle to kill the Augur. He has not got any damage application mods other than a grappler, which is probably why he was in close. Not many people find the Typhoon attempt to use the grappler, but it is there as a backup kind of thing. Nor is a slasher now, struggling for dear life. And he's gone. It's a complete collapse by Team Footwork, unfortunately, I think. So we've just got the Scythe left now, and the Typhoon.
And the Scythe is grappled by the Hurricane. By the Hyperion.
Yeah, quite far from the Hyperion, so still going at reasonable speed and picking up, going close over 1,000 kilometers a second now, faster than anything else on the offline team. I do know for a fact Lady Arian, and this is a co-captain Victor, and so they can technically here outrun everything else on the offline team, but I don't think they're going to be able to kill anything because they don't have any damage application really from those cruise missiles. And although they will punish the Prophecy and the Hyperion pretty hard if they hit them, they're not going to be able to break through the reps, I don't think. And the whole of the offline team now burning towards them, looking for a tackle.
I think the key there was when the Hyperion made a break, the winning move to get into the center of the arena, not boundary. He probably should have gone for the Augur at that time. I mean, now he's going to struggle to break, and I don't think he can kill the Prophecy or the Hyperion with the Augur on the field. And unless if he goes in now to get tackled on that, or even if he goes in now to get tackled on the Augur and get that grapple on, so he can apply some reasonable DPS, the Hyperion and the Prophecy will be on him too quickly.
Yeah, to catch the Agora though, he's got to go far too close to that Prophecy and the Hyperion for his own comfort, I think. So I think now we'll probably just see the Typhoon and the Scythe kiting around. The Prophecy is taking a decent amount of damage, but I don't think he's actually even started losing his local record yet. So.
Large heavy webbing drone, two large heavy webbing drones going for that Scythe. By the way, he's about to.
Yes, well spotted. They're just about to catch that Scythe now. We'll see what impact that has on the side speeds. And yep, certainly she doesn't look like she's MWDing at the moment. And she's now caught by those two heavy berserkers. So her speed is pretty slow. I'm not sure the MWD's on or not. I don't think it is because I don't think the drones web that hard, but they certainly have some impact here. The Coercer going in for tackle on the Typhoon.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a really tricky situation because I think the Footwork team are really going to struggle to do anything here. I mean, probably with the site being affected by those webbing drones, that Coercer will just be able to catch up to it. Like you can see the Coercer going over 1.5k a second, the site is going about 1.2. And that Typhoon, and he's making it beeline straight for the site. The site, unless if the site can like get the Coercer to boundary, this site is going to get tackled very shortly.
Yeah, it looks like the scythe is going to get caught here, or maybe they're just possibly. It looks like they're just actually sliding past the scythe straight towards the Typhoon. They really want to kill this Typhoon.
I think the Coercer is playing a very safe role. The scythe, I think, at this point, the scythe is now webbed by the Coercer. I believe it's hard to tell. Maybe not. The Coercer, I think, slowed down before we actually landed the web on the scythe. But I mean, I think the site's best chance would have been just to get to about 124 and see if that Coercer would just boundary, because they are really going to. I mean, this is the last match of the tournament, is my understanding of this league.
So, it is the last match of the league. I'm wondering why that Typhoon hasn't actually exploded yet.
I think they're prioritized trying to catch the scythe, which is a bit of an interesting one. I probably would have just prioritized catching the Typhoon.
I'm not sure there's some sort of desync going on here, but I'm showing the Typhoon at 230 kilometers from me. I don't know.
I've got it 70 kilometers from me. So
okay, some slight graphic issues then, possibly on the readout. So yeah, it looks like here.
It looks like the Prophecy is going straight for the Typhoon. The scythe is slowly dying to Acolyte 1. The Coercer is chasing it. The Hyperion has an MJD as well, right? Correct?
So Hyperion does have MJD, so you could use that to pounce on top of the Typhoon.
I think he's in a decent distance to jump to the Typhoon right now. To judge with only having a single...
yeah. Fortunately, I'm desynced at the moment, so I can't actually see what's going on. I can't see any hit point changes. But okay.
Scythe died, just the Typhoon left alive. Typhoon has got webbing drones on top of him. No, he's got webbing drones on top of him. The Coercer's getting on top of him very shortly. Prophecy's about 8% armor. He's very safe. Typhoon's losing shields now. 2 minutes left in the match.
Yeah, I think this is pretty much over. It looks like offline here on course for a pretty solid dominating victory, which, looking at the staggering security stuff, this will leapfrog them from 4th all the way up to 2nd, because Nasty Boys didn't win their last match. So it looks like we've got. It looks like they're going to overtake Sudden Otters there, the other Russian rivals, and take a clear 2nd place here in the league, which is quite interesting.
Yeah, the Typhoon managed to neut out the Coercer, so he's broken tackle off that, but now the Hyperion is getting on top of his face, and this Hyperion, the Typhoon's in half armor, and the Hyperion is, trundling along on top of him. Typhoon's in low armor, so this will be over in about seconds, I believe.
Yeah, I'm commentating from the stream, so I'm looking about 20 seconds behind you, unfortunately. But I can see that the Typhoon's in armor.
Hyperion just boundary, everything boundaried.
Okay, you went to the edge of glory, which
the match is just about the Hyperion overshot. Okay, and the match is over. The Hyperion got a good shot off at the end.
Great.
Fight's going up in local.
Yeah, well, with that, we'll pass it back to the studio to break down what happened and just go over the standings if we can pull those up as soon as we can.